Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have quite a few different things to go and talk about and go and bring up over here. Number one is we actually have a really good PlayStation 5 deal for anyone who's out here for the PlayStation 5. We're going to talk about that, give you guys the hookup. I have no affiliate link or anything like that with that one, so it's just all around good deal, I would say. As well, we also have some pretty cool news on upcoming brand new games coming out for the PS5 and PS4, and as well a really intriguing leak when it comes to Horizon's brand new, you heard me here, multiplayer game. So we have a lot of interesting stuff to go talk about all throughout this video. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy it as well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. If you guys like things like good deals and all the general news, we'd love to have you guys up, go and subscribe. We also have a lot more brand new videos ongoing too, as we kind of go take a little bit of a break off the restocks and kind of fine-tune stuff up a little bit more. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. Love you guys follow. We have the Target links, Amazon links, and everything else in between. And I appreciate you guys all so much. Let's go dive in the video. So really quickly over here, just kind of like a big notice for most people out here and have a PlayStation 5 for kind of all throughout this video. Number one is if you guys have seen this over here on Aniba, which I think has actually been promoted quite a bit by other people I know, other restock trackers who are now kind of just doing deals and all of that, or God of War Ragnarok. This is actually the cheapest price we've ever had a chance to go and see. Now, this may not be the biggest thing for all PlayStation 5 users, which is why we have a few other things as well, but basically, God of War Ragnarok is out on sale, probably the cheapest I've seen so far, especially because we've been seeing so many companies like the Walmart, Target, Amazon's, Best Buys, etc., pushing the God of War Ragnarok itself so much. So for those you guys can go and see, it's $46.88 over here, and I would want to say, if you are a PlayStation user, we don't usually see PlayStation games go on sale too quickly. It's kind of like the PlayStation and like Nintendo vibes. I mean, granted, like some games like maybe Forspoken might go on sale quicker, although that's more of a Square Enix game. I think most proper good PlayStation games that'd take a while, especially if they haven't been released up on PC yet. So this is probably one of the best price points we've seen if you just have not picked up the game. Or if you guys have picked up the game, leave a comment down below and let us know if you guys like it, dislike it, or whatever, because it probably was one of my favorite games. I'm a little bit sad it didn't win Game of the Year, but I was secretly rooting for Elden Ring all this time. But this probably is one of the cheapest things we've seen so far. We have heard good things about this Ineba, or whatever this company's called. I've seen it before, and I know people have gotten their codes before too as well. So just be always careful. It is a digital key, but overall it's one of the cheapest prices out there. Now, as well as some also other intriguing news too. Now, as you guys know, we're finally getting our early leaks over here for the next upcoming PlayStation Plus. So new PS5 and PS4 games for this week from the 30th of January to the 5th of February. As we basically whenever like the end of the month rolls in, we have a few more days left for our PlayStation Plus like actions. Basically, we usually get the leaks, and we kind of hear it from a lot of European folks for God knows why. But this one's actually kind of a good one too as well. So they have SpongeBob Football Manager and Power Wash Simulator. So with what brand new PS5 and PS4 games are releasing in physical retailers, as well as part of the PS Store update this week, there's no rest for the wicked, certainly not on PlayStation platforms. This week may lack true juggernauts, but there's a lot to tackle, including a new SpongeBob, the new console debut of a Football Manager on PlayStation platforms, and all the other various games too as well. So, in case you guys are kind of just curious on some upcoming games on top of this one, go and feel free to creep this on out. So we have Brickball coming out pretty soon. We also have been seeing some other mid-tier nice indie games. Power Washing Simulator, which is really nice to see. We like this game, and like I said, we're seeing a lot more of these general games going to be coming out in the near future when we have the next PS Plus leaks and all of that soon. Also, the SpongeBob SquarePants Cosmic Shake, we're seeing Season 2 as well, if I heard good things about that one. Stray Light, We Were Here Forever. Football Manager, Rhythm Spout. Braves Rage, these are kind of more of the indie type games. Dolores Mars was a very good game too as well, and a few other ones too for the UK, as you guys can see on over here. Now, if we wait for the next few days too, we'll probably get a little bit more updates on the PS Plus, but as of right now, reminder to make sure you guys get your PlayStation Plus games before, and we'll give you guys a good update on the next PlayStation 5 things overall. But we are seeing some brand new games coming out soon, and we also do have the Resident Evil, Dead Space remake, which has been getting phenomenal reviews now that people have actually had a chance to go through the game. They're saying it's one of the best remakes they've seen, one of the best remakes so far in general, and everything else in between. So major big thumbs up, really good vibes in that one. We also do have the Harry Potter 2 as well, which is still getting a lot of skepticism, and on top of that too, we've also still had the Forspoken, which has still been in the limelight over here. Now, I've also been checking out that Hi-Fi game just for a little bit of general game talk. Hi-Fi has been a pretty solid game. I've been playing it up on my Twitch stream if you guys are bored and want to follow and hang out over there. One of the biggest things to note is that game was just never leaked. It was over 4 years, and surprisingly, it's way more in-depth and more detail than we're all kind of expecting. So if you guys want to go and check that out, or want to go check out the game itself, I would actually say I highly recommend it. Now, one of the bigger news over here when it comes to this one, it's gonna be I'm gonna try my best to kind of visualize this one, so hear me out. There's been this really big leak right now when it comes to the Horizon Forbidden West multiplayer. Now, it's one of the bigger things. Like, I think the God of War deal is very good. I think it's a great deal. I think all the, the Amazons and Walmarts and all the in-store stock to get your consoles, very good. But this one is even cooler. So I would love to show you guys this. If you guys want to maybe have a link in the future, I'm not sure if I can or cannot share it. Because I think I got to get DMCA'd and taken down. But it's kind of more so showing you guys this to like let you know it's actually here, and it links to an actual video. So basically what this is, and I want to hear your thoughts, and I almost feel like I should open up like Paint for this too or something for you guys. It's kind of like a chibi art style. Let me go through the Paint. This one you guys know the video is getting pretty good. So imagine you have like an open world, kind of like a Monster Hunter type vibe game, okay? So then you have like, let's say like little mountains over here. You have a little like lake spot over here, a little river, or wherever this actually may end up being. And then you have these little chibi characters. If you guys don't know the chibi art style, it's kind of like the, kind of like bubbly, not that thick of all things type style. And what they're trying to go and do is basically make the same Horizon playthrough. As you guys know, you have like the cool, little elephant monsters and all these really big mobs that are like little, I don't know, they're all like looking like dinosaurs and like T-Rexes and such. And they basically want to have it looks like, from what I've seen, a multiplayer. This is like just for no DMCA, by the way. Please don't DMCA me, please. But basically the idea is like you have like these little chests everywhere. You go and open up the chest, you try to go loot all these boxes, kind of looks like a Pokeball, and it kind of seems like almost like a Monster Hunter style game from what I've had a chance to kind of see. More of like a PvE type focus where you have to like worry about these general mobs and maps, and it's all in the Horizon universe. Now, it's a little bit stranger, because as I'm sure you guys know, the Horizon is almost like a somewhat realistic art style at the end of the day. Like, it kind of seems like it looks nice, it looks proper. It looks clean, like think of like how it would be like Horizon like Forbidden West, where it's a very clean alloy type style. But one of the bigger struggles I would say is that it looks way different. Like, it looks very cutie, like a little cartoony. And while it does look kind of cool, it's like the first time we've ever heard of this. Like the very first time we've ever heard of a PlayStation 5 game like this. Now, we've seen like The Last of Us multiplayer, but we kind of like assume it's gonna be like very kind of like ruddy and like realistic, like how the game is, like a similar art style. This one's almost a complete 180. Like, Aloy looks like a real person, in video game sense, for lack of better terms. And like I said, these are like chibi, kind of like chubby looking characters and kind of cutesy anime style characters. And it does kind of seem like it's meant to be like a Monster Hunter. Like, you have your character, you want to go and try to find these mobs and kind of go from there and collect up loot. I'm going to show you guys up some of the comments too as well, because it's like the #1 biggest comment from based on the video itself. So saying it's rumored to be a PvE Monster Hunter type game, which is intriguing because I feel like this would actually work. Like, some of the funnest parts of Horizon were like fighting those big, huge, ginormous mobs and trying to whittle it on down. Although I myself, when I played it, I think it did get a little bit boring over time. Like, it didn't necessarily feel as fun. Like, you do it a few times, it's cool, it's overwhelming, it's awesome. But once you do it a bunch, you're like, why am I still doing this grind? But that like core baseline mechanic of like finding the loot and crafting the loot and kind of trying to take these guys down, it was actually a really fun type of thing. So a lot of the comments over here are saying this is cool, saying some folks are saying like, hey, it's like different. So I'm there maybe potentially even 3 years ago. It also says like their character models will be mixed with the existing dino models, just with the art would also be updated to match in the final release. So some folks might be saying it might just be like kind of those chibi style for a filler. Some folks are saying it might be for like the actual game. It can kind of go either way. So it's intriguing too. It's intriguing. So like I don't know, they're trying to say like how it might be slightly different, more slightly detailed too as well. And they're also trying to say like, hey, let's get rid of this brown, gray, muted colors and go towards this kind of cutesy, chibi type style as well, which I think is very nice to see. So yeah, they're trying to go all in with this one. The first game and second game was good. And I think they're trying their best to make sure that like they can have these separate IPs, think like The Last of Us, The Last of Us show, and Last of Us multiplayer, to basically, well, make sure the PlayStation keep on expanding. Because if they lose Call of Duty, they got to do something, and they need to go find a proper, good, like addicting multiplayer game for other folks to play. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. It kind of stinks that I can't literally show you guys because I probably will get taken down too as well, but I do think Horizon looks cool, and like I said, even some folks are skeptical on the art style. If you guys saw the leak, if you guys want to check it out, let me know and give your thoughts and comments down below. Or as well, if you guys go pick up Call of Duty, God of War, or check out those other various games, or if you guys want to pick up the PlayStation Plus games coming out soon, leave your comments and thoughts down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We have the Target links down below. We have everything else down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for everything.